Hello twin flames and welcome to the Divine Masculine reading for Tuesday. So today I'm going to use the twin flame oracle to see what the masculine is going through and experiencing right now. I think, I'm definitely feeling that one. So he's thinking, they're giving me the word thinking today. They're giving me some fear, some burpy energy there. So again, he's gathering, well, he's not really gathering the information, he already has it. He's digesting what he already has. So a lot of digestion issues today. Okay, so the masculines may be struggling to eat certain things today. Or if they are eating certain things, they may be getting stomachache, acid reflux, burps, pain. Because the solar plexus is, where we tap in with our gut instinct and the things we truly know. And all the information, everything he's gathered is in there being, it's all being sorted out and in a way regurgitated because he knows these things. And he's just going over them in his mind. So, look at this, the promise. Your love is truly meant to be. So the masculine is showing you there is the stag. Okay, the stag is so much more than just the promise of your future or the promise of your union or your mission. It's the promise of the divine masculine transformation. All the changes he makes along the way to be ready for you. And he's showing you this love is magical. He thinks about it constantly, the way it was when you met, the way it is when you connect, the way you feel for each other. Your love is truly meant to be. And this is what he's realising, that you belong, that it doesn't matter where he goes, what he does, who he spends his time with, he can't forget you. You're constantly on his mind. And it's meant to be, that it will happen, it's inevitable. And it's so powerful because I was watching Anne with an E yesterday, and there was this it just amazes me how we get shown things in our lives, whether it's in our real world or our virtual world. Could be something you watch on social media, something you watch in a show or a film, or something you overhear in a conversation. But it was talking about how Matthew and his school love, Jeannie, they hadn't seen each other for years and then they reconnected. And it was true love. It's true love. There's true love here in this connection, but you must believe it to achieve it. And the angels are reminding you of that. So the masculine is realising, doesn't matter how long you've been away from each other or what's happened along the way, who you've been involved with, what's gone on, you truly are meant to be. And that's a promise not only from your masculine to you today, but a promise from heaven. Look at this learning, owl. Wisdom and knowledge. So he's gaining wisdom and knowledge constantly. He's starting to see things in a different way. The owl can move its head all the way around. So it sees the past, the present and the future. And that's really powerful because I spoke about that today in the Divine Feminine reading with the seahorse. So the owl is the masculine saying, I am learning and growing. And I do this in dark times because the owl is a nocturnal being. It stays up late, it sees in the dark, it understands. It goes in dark places, and it goes to places that we may not go in the light. So this is also about the dark night of the soul and the way the masculine has to go into dark places, with people sometimes with low energy or darker energy to learn the lessons, because the light of the divine feminine can sometimes be very overwhelming. Because remember, the masculine energy, and this is what the angels tell me, we all have our own beliefs. Okay, remember, in union we operate in both masculine and feminine energy. That's why a lot of the time as you get closer to union, the masculines operate in the feminine energy and the feminines operate in the masculine energy. And if you're interested in that and you're a member of the channel, I'm doing a reading on that today. Very powerful about how you experience both energies. But the point is, you've got the energy and the balance of the light and the dark, which is also the yin and the yang, which is also the sun and the moon. So the angels always show me that the feminine is the sunlight, the warmth of the sun, because you're this bright light, this guide, you're this power that guides the masculine home. And the masculine spends a lot of time in the darkness. And the moon allows them to reflect and shine and understand. And it's a lot like the sunlight is the brightness, being out in the open, remembering who you are and knowing who you are. So the sunlight or the sun or the divine feminine is that kind of lighter aspect of things where you are in tune with your spiritual side, you know what's going on, you're very aware. Whereas if you look at it from the other side, you've got the divine masculine, who can be very stuck in his physical reality, in his 3D world, in the matrix. And he has to wake up from that matrix like Neo, waking up for the first time. And, you've got Neo and Trinity. So Trinity leads Neo to Morpheus. See? So divine feminine, you lead your masculine to the light, to the understanding not only of who they are, but what this love is and why they've come. So they learn in the darker time. So that's why the feminine is the sunlight and the masculine is the moon. But obviously you operate in both energies. So, don't go into fear around you thought it was the moon or the sun. There is no right or wrong. There's only your way, So this is what the angels want you to know. So the masculine is saying, I learn in the dark times, through those sleepless nights, sitting up at night, thinking, processing. And he knows what this love is. And again, I love how everything's synchronized beautifully, because today in the Learn Tarot series, we're doing the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is that love that you share, the way they miss you, body, mind, heart and soul, because it's not just the intimacy they love about you and being with you and being authentic with you. It's the chats, the friendship, spending time together. Look at this, don't give up. So the polar bear is about perseverance. Now, this is the masculine saying to you, divine feminine, please don't give up on our love. Please don't give up on me, because I am promising you here that I am changing and transforming and learning and doing what I need to do. But this is also letting you know that this is the energy the divine masculine is in. He's not going to give up now on this love. He's going to fight through his fears. He's going to work through and walk through the wilderness to get to you. And that's what they show me, working through his fears, walking through his fears, any obstacles, he's moving forward, he's making moves, he's taking action. And look at this, 11:11, doors are opening. So again, we've got the 11:11 energy. So the masculine constantly seeing the number 11:11. And it's a sign that the doors are opening, things are happening, things are moving forward. When we see the number 11:11, especially when we are waking up and starting to understand, it's the universe showing us that it's real, that there's something bigger going on. This reminds me of when we first moved into this house. And we've been here nearly a year now, but when we first moved in, we had to have a guy over to check the heating. And he come in and he didn't know what we did. He didn't really know anything about us. And he just started talking about 11:11 randomly out of the blue. And he said, you know what, it's the weirdest thing. I keep seeing 11:11 and I don't know what it means. And it was just so powerful because George was in the other room and he came in too. And we told him about 11:11 and what it means. And he was a bit flabbergasted, but he was excited too. And that's what the masculines go through, okay? They get afraid of this spiritual knowledge, but they get excited about it too. And when your masculine's in your presence, divine feminine, he can be very afraid of this love, but he's excited about it too. And it's the same with the differences between you. He may be a little bit afraid of that age gap, but he gets excited about it too. It turns him on. Or the differences between you. There's so much power. There's so much power. So the masculine has seen 11:11. He's been shown the doors are open, and the doors are open now for communication and to move these things forward. He's showing you he's learning like the owl. He's gaining another perspective, and he's seeing things from a different point of view. And the owl is also a reminder of things turning around. And, we've got this eclipse energy, things turning around, seeing things differently, things making more sense. So remember, when your masculine seems to be hurting you or staying away from you or, not doing things the way that you would do them, he's learning. He has to grow, evolve, and wake up from his physical world. He has to understand. When Neo goes into, when he wakes up from the Matrix, when he wakes up on the ship, he doesn't automatically know what to do. He has to learn. he has to go into that room, that virtual room with Morpheus, and learn how to handle who he is and what he's becoming, because his vibration has shifted. He's in a lighter vibrational energy and frequency. And at first he falls on the floor and, he brings up his food and, he's struggling. And he's in his chair and he's kind of, and they're saying he's going to pop. But he doesn't. He gets through it, because this too shall pass, because he is also a warrior just like you. So this is really for you, Divine Feminine, a message for you to be patient with the way the masculine transforms and evolves. Be patient with the way he wakes up. Be patient with the way he acts and the things he does. Instead of focusing on that, focus on yourself. And if you're seeing 1111, and we are seeing 1111 right now as a Divine Feminine, as a reminder to trust the universe, to have faith, to believe. I've been seeing it constantly. And it's showing you the doors are open now. The doors are open for change, for communication, for magic in your life and new beginnings. And that's what you're learning too. So remember, before you give up on this journey, address what's going on within yourself, because you're learning too. We are both learning. We learn and evolve together and transform together. And that's why we see the stag, which is the promise of union. So today, the Divine Masculine is giving you the stag. He's showing you it's real. He's telling you the truth. The truth is, he doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want you to give up on him, but he does have to learn his lessons in his own way. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.